Hey guys, welcome back to Slow Travel Chronicles. My name is Stephanie and this is my husband Garrett, and if you've been with us for a while, you know that we are early retirees and we slow travel the world. We recently got back from Krakow, Poland, and we are heading out tomorrow for Mexico, so stay tuned to see those upcoming videos. Anyway, before we get to Mexico, we wanted to take a few minutes and share with you our thoughts about Krakow and if we liked it and if we didn't. So if you didn't see our previous video of our Airbnb tour in Krakow, I'll link that below. And as in all of our videos, we do link the places that we visited, where we stayed, in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. Anyway, we went to Krakow and we were there from mid-September or early September to early October of 2023, and it was a little bit different in the sense that we had to get a bigger Airbnb because our daughter came for a week, so there are some things that are different.
It was different because we had to get a nicer place. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not complaining anyway, because I do say and I do believe that your Airbnb sets the tone. So we got there, the weather was great when we got there, and that also plays a factor in if you like the place. So I'm not going to drag it out. I loved Krakow.
For sure.
I would go back. I am going back. We met great people there. It's the same things that I say in most of our videos of why I like a place. It was clean.
Oh, it was the cleanest place we've ever been. It was cleaner than Rome.
Yes, it was.
It was clean.
It was clean. It was safe. Now, there was one night that I might not have said that. We were walking somewhere. We had not been drinking, at least at that point in the night, and some random dude that was intoxicated ran up and grabbed me and started speaking to me in Polish, and I just looked at him like with the face that I have, and I think I scared him away. But other than that, he was just sloshed.
It wasn't unsafe. The dude was totally wasted, and there was probably 50 people on the sidewalk. He was just so drunk, she's the one he ran into.
Yeah, so other than that, it was a funny story anyway. Other than that, perfectly safe, never felt unsafe, regardless of what time of day we walked or what part of town we were in. And we walked all over the place, but we didn't have to because it had great public transportation. There's no metro there, but they had an app that we could use to take the trams and the buses, and they were convenient. We had stops near our place.
Cheap, convenient, so easy to use. I mean, not a problem. It couldn't be easier to get around.
Yeah, the app was really good because it would even tell you, like, you have to walk. Like, take this tram, walk a little bit, and then get on another tram if you needed to.
I don't know how to pronounce it in Polish, but I can give you the English phonetics. Jacto Jade.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do. I heard somebody say it in Polish once. I could never repeat it, but it is probably the best city travel app we've used. I think. It's definitely among the best.
Yes, it was very good. So it was clean, it was safe, it was walkable, it had good public transportation, and there was tons of stuff to do. We did take a day trip to Auschwitz. We didn't film there. It was definitely worth going to visit Auschwitz if you're ever in that area. It's actually a must-do, I think. But in addition to that, we had museums. We had, what else did we do?
Walked on the river. Wonderful bike paths and walking paths on the river. That was great. Went to several museums, a couple of cathedrals, hung out in the square. Went to the beer garden a couple of times.
More than a couple of times.
Went to Krakow Mound, which is a big hill overlooking the city, to watch sunset.
Cloth Hall, museums. Oh, we took a stained glass making class. That was pretty fun.
We went out to a park and found the Elvis monument. Yeah.
It was, if you're from Memphis like we are, you have to go to stuff like that. I would say one of my favorite things was the pinball museum. But I'm a nerd. Take me to a pinball museum in any city and give me $10 or $15 and I can nerd out for a couple of hours, no problem.
But no, there's plenty of stuff to do, and like Stephanie said, we were there, perfect weather, easy to get around, inexpensive. I mean, just overall, it was just great.
And one of the best things was the food was good and it was super cheap. We had lots of pork dishes. Yeah, and the beer was good and beer was cheap.
Oh,
so.
and if you like pizza, there's pizza everywhere. We had some really good pizza too.
Did we? I don't remember the pizza.
I did. Kendall and I did.
Oh yeah. So anyway, we had fun. We are going back at some point. Now we're actually, or at least I am, looking forward to going to more of Poland. I think it's a fabulous city. Now I do want to get back to Krakow in the wintertime because it's one of those places that I think I could live, but I think I need to see if I can get through a winter, which that I'm not convinced I
We're
can
not
do.
moving either, so. But we'll go there for winter, sure, why not?
He could at least pretend. And something else I wanted to share in this video, which we have not done before, and I'm not committing to doing it for every city, but I did a breakdown of what we spent. Now, I'm not saying this is perfect. I probably missed something, but we spent a total of $4,900.72 for right at 30 days. I'll have to double check that. It might have been 32 days, but I'll put the number of days on the screen. And here's how that broke out. We spent $408.55 on groceries. Now, let me just tell you, our daughter was there for a week, so our groceries were a little bit higher than they would be.
Yep.
Our lodging was certainly higher than it would be. Our entertainment was
A lot higher.
a lot higher than it would be. Now, we did make her pay for a couple of things, and she did pay for her own plane ticket.
Not enough.
Now, I would pay
Keep
for
going.
more. Anyway, $408.55 on groceries. And let me just say, that would include beer. That would include toilet paper. That would include laundry detergent. We don't lump our groceries into food only and then household. We spent $831.69 on entertainment. That would include going out to eat, museum entrances, entrances to any other thing, the stained glass museum, pinball museum. Lodging, we spent $1,850.24. Again, it was a larger accommodation because our daughter stayed. Our budget that we try to stick with is $1,500 or less. Sometimes we're successful with that, sometimes we're not. We had $905.41 in transportation. And how I broke that out is we had $831 for the cost of half of the flight to get to Poland. I broke the cost of the flight between getting to Krakow and then returning from Prague. So maybe you wouldn't do it that way, but that's what I did. So $831 of the $905.41 was towards flights. The rest is for the metro and bus trips, etc. Personal, I spent $13.83. I got sick and needed some cold medicine. It was a little high. We spent $137 in cash. It might have been a little more.
That's your beer budget.
Apparently that's my beer budget. I spent $137 in beer. Now, we spent $712 on travel insurance for this trip.
Okay.
Well, that's why I asked you when we paid it.
Okay.
So we spent $712 in travel insurance for this trip, and we spent $42 for data. So he has a Spanish SIM card, and I have switched to Ubiggy, which I can use for my data. Now, this budget, what we've spent, does not include our fixed cost, which would be our cell phones. In the US, that varies based on how many people you have, how many lines, your carrier. This does not include the prices we pay to maintain our home in the US, keep our cars, all medical insurance. This is just what we spent in Krakow for a month for, I'm going to say, 2.25 people, because she was there one of the 4 weeks. So.
If you strip out the cost of the flight and you strip out travel insurance, and you cut back on the groceries and get a smaller Airbnb, you could do it for under $3,000 a month for just a couple.
Yes, and I think you could do it for a lot cheaper than that. I'm a little bit I'm not frou-frou. I'm a little bit picky on accommodation, so I lean towards And I'm not even going to say they're super nice all the time.
If we're staying somewhere for a month, it's going to be on the high side of decent.
Yes, that would be a good way. So that's what we spent in Krakow. And hopefully, if you like seeing how we do our budget, put a comment below so we know if we should keep doing that. I did not do a good job of Prague, which is where we're heading after Krakow. I've started the spreadsheet. I guess I'll be digging through all of my credit cards to see what I actually spent and trying to break it out. And anything you'd like to add on Krakow?
We loved it. It's cheap. It's fun.
Food's good.
Food's good. Go in the spring or the fall, and the weather's great.
Yes.
It's probably not even too bad in the summer, but there'll be a lot of tourists.
Yes, that, and we did not have air conditioning where we stayed. There was a day or two that it was warm, but in the height of summer, you might want to get a place with...
if they have it.
Yeah, if they have it. Anyway, we hope you like this video. Come back next Thursday to see where our adventures take us next. And as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all of the things. It really does help our channel out. Check out our blog, slowtravelchronicles.com, and we'll see you next Thursday. Have a great week.
Later.